So my patient presents with forward head posture. So the technique that we are going to use to fix that is going to be chin tucks. This is going to help correct that posture by strengthening those deep neck flexors that are usually weak in people with this posture. So, are you ready to do this exercise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. What I want you to do is I want you to keep your eyes straight forward and keep your head facing straight forward as well, and just bring your chin back, like that. I don't want any nodding up or down, so just backwards, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do that motion for me. Again. Okay. Now what I want you to do is I want you to maintain that position for 10 seconds, okay? Go. Are you comfortable during this?
Yes.
Good. And relax. And did you have any pain with that motion?
Mm-mm.
Perfect. For this patient, I would have them do 10 sets of the 10-second holds. My patient has a posteriorly rotated right nominate. So what we're going to do is use a muscle energy technique that is going to help correct this. It's going to do that by using the contraction of the hip flexors combined with my stabilization, and that will help rotate the innominate anteriorly. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to scoot closer to the edge towards me. All right? Are you ready for me to do this manual exercise?
Mm-hmm.
Manual
Yes.
technique? Okay, perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come under the leg like this and then stabilize the pelvis. And then I'm going to raise your leg like this, and I want you to gently push down with your right leg. Try and push into my hand. Okay? And then hold that. Are you comfortable with this?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And hold, hold, and relax. Okay. Now, did you experience any pain with that?
No.
No? Okay, perfect. So for this patient, I would have them do 10 sets of the 10-second holds. Now I'm going to perform a manual stretch of the suboccipital muscles. What this is going to do is it's going to increase our patient's capital flexion. So are you ready to do this stretch?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to locate the spinous process in C2. And once I've done that, I'm going to stabilize that with the second MCP on my right hand. And I'm going to grab the forehead like this and gently push them into capital flexion while still stabilizing C2. And are you comfortable with this position?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And relax. Do you have any pain with that? No? Okay, perfect. And then for this patient, I would dose them to do 3 sets of the 30-second holds. So my patient has a right lateral shift of their lumbar spine, and I'm going to instruct them on how to do a self-correction for this. And what this is going to do is it is going to help them get back into a neutral spine posture. Okay, so are you ready to do this technique? Okay, perfect. So, since it is your right spine, I want your left hand to get on your hips right here, and then your right hand to get right on your ribs like this, and then gradually come together until you're in a neutral position. All right. So I don't want you overcorrecting, I just want you to be in a neutral position like this. Perfect. And then once we're there, I want you to bend backwards into extension. All right. Is that comfortable right there?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right, and then come back. All right. Did you have any pain during those? Okay, perfect. And so for this patient, I would have them do the self-correction as needed, and then following any self-correction, do 10 sets of the 10-second holds into the extension. So for my patient, I'm going to have them do low-level strengthening for their transversus abdominis. So for this patient, I'm going to have them do hook line belly button pull downs. So what I want you to do is I want you to bring your knees up like this, both sides, until your feet are flat on the floor. Perfect. Now, are you ready to do this exercise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to suck your belly button down. I don't want any other muscle abdominal contraction. I just want you to bring your belly button down as far as you can, okay? So can you do that for me? Just bring it down. Now I want you to still be breathing during this, so bring it down and still just have a normal breathing pattern. Perfect, and then relax. Okay, then bring it down and hold it there for 10 seconds. Are you comfortable doing this? Good? Okay. Good. And relax? Okay. Did you experience any pain doing that?
No.
Perfect. Alright, now the reason we did this was because it is going to help strengthen the transversus abdominis, so it is going to help improve our postural stabilization. And what I'm going to do for this patient is going to recommend that they do 10 sets of 10-second holds. So, I'm going to instruct my patient on a high-level strengthening exercise for their cervical stabilizers. So what I'm going to have them do is resistance band rows. And what this is going to do is it's going to strengthen their upper extremities while also challenging their cervical stabilizers to maintain that correct posture. So what I'm going to ask you to do is fold them out to a good resistance. Get your feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees a little bit, maintain that neutral spinal width, keep that good head posture, and then slow and controlled. Bring it back while making sure you pinch those shoulder blades at the end, and then nice and controlled, go back. Okay, are you ready to do this exercise?
Yes.
Nice, perfect. Okay, sit back, feet shoulder width apart, bend your knees, neutral spine up, keep that head back, and then slow and controlled, and pinch those shoulder blades at the back. All right, you comfortable doing this exercise?
Yes.
Perfect. And all right, you're good. Okay. Do you have any pain with that exercise at all? No? Okay, perfect. So for this high-level patient, I would have her do 4 sets of 8 reps with this 35-pound resistance band.